He's like Robin Hood. He's fighting for the poor. He's protecting the poor. And he's like stealing from the rich and giving. And that's all these dreams you have. You want to, and he does it.
Ich mochte Verkleidungen schon immer. Das macht man so, wenn man nicht weiß, wer man wirklich ist, oder? Man erfindet eine Vergangenheit, um seine eigene zu vergessen.
Du liebst Hunde, hm? Mehr als deine eigene Familie.
Genau.
Du liebst Hunde, du kleines Stück Scheiße! Hier!
Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, you wake up in the morning. I'm writing a lot since I'm 17. So I wake up at 4:35. I'm writing. Sometimes stupid things, sometimes good things, and it's just a creative moment where things are mixing in my head, and sometimes there's a character who emerged from that. And Douglas, this young boy, who was thrown in a cage by his dad here, strike me. And then I couldn't think about anything else than this boy and what happened to him, what he's gonna become. And I just work on this, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop for a couple of weeks, and that's the birth of the character. And it's obviously react to your life, your childhood, my dog when I was 7 years old. You don't know how the things are mixed up together, and you know you don't want to know. You know, I will probably analyze the movie in a couple of years, way after the journalist. But I like the fact that it's like this. It stays like this. I'm not. I'm a maker. I love to make films, and I'm not so much looking back like what I've done for what and things. It takes some time. I start to realize a little bit now the movie I've done, because we went together to Venice Festival, and it was amazing. And now I start to see, oh my God, that's very, oh, the movie is touching. In fact, people are crying. But you don't know really. In fact, it's too soon for me.
Well, you know, I'm from theater, and in theater I played Richard III. So I don't have to have something in common with the character to be able to play it. But I have to abstract it, and I have to have access to a certain energy like anger or hate, but not in the way my character lives it. But that's my angle to the energy, to the anger, and to the self-hate. At the end, my character hates himself. So that's how I get access to the character's energy.
What's interesting in his character that we couldn't develop too much, because the film was about his son, not about him. But it's why this guy has so much like hate on life. You know, that should be another film, you know, about how he became such a monster, because he's obviously feel bad about it. So that would be interesting. He's not flying.
He is kind of. To first.
No, go.
To me, absolutely. Yeah, it's a superhero film, and the what makes it so interesting is that the superhero is completely broken in his body, in his soul, in his heart, but he survives and he stays alive and he loves, and that's what makes him a superhero. Because from that childhood where he comes from, he had different possibilities to live on, to live in hate, but he keeps on loving through the dogs he met. They showed him how to love. And he becomes a superhero, and then he dresses up. And he's like Robin Hood. He's fighting for the poor. He's protecting the poor. And he's like stealing from the rich and giving. And that's all these dreams you have. You want to, and he does it. And he does it. Caleb is such an amazing actor. It's such an honor to be with him in a movie for me. And so, yeah, that's, for me, it's absolutely a superhero film.
What's interesting is usually a superhero has a specificity, a physical specificity. He can fly, he's super strong, he can be invisible. And the only specificity of Dogman is his heart. That's it. He has a really big heart. So from this point of view, he's a superhero because he's able, with this muscle, this heart, he's able to do a lot. So, yeah, you're right.
And he can't feel any pain anymore because he had it all.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So he is not afraid of anything because he had it all as a child. That's making him super strong.
Yeah, it's true. I think I talk with a lot of people who have a physical handicap. He's not born like this. He get an accident. You will see in the movie. But then you're confronted to how can you express yourself, because physically, you know, he's not really a man. He's not a woman. He's not a dog. It's hard for him to define himself, and you have to find another way. Because you won't have a normal love life or sexual life. You have to find something else. You need to find a way. And he met this young girl in a movie called Salma, and she's a drama teacher. And she opened the door. And she said, in fact, through comedy, through acting, you can be whoever you want. You can be Richard III, you can be Romeo, you can be Juliet, you can be a tree, you can be a flower, you can be whatever you want. So it's even more powerful for him, because when he becomes someone else, he can really be this person. And it doesn't matter what he becomes. You know, we see him when he's young, he's playing a lot of plays. And yeah, he can play Romeo, but he can play Juliet also, you know. And that's the approach. So there's no judgment. It's just saying, he has to get out of his body. He has to go in his heart and his mind. And then when you go to heart and mind, you can be whoever you want. That's fine, you know. So it's not his choice, it's life choose for him. The only way to escape is this one. And he embrace it. And he's alive. When he's not himself, when he's somebody else, whoever it is, he's alive. You know, he's happy. I think at the end it's finding happiness. You know, finding who you are or who you want to be, it's finding happiness. As long as you're happy, you know, I'm voting for it. You know, like, be happy. That's the point.
Do you have anything to add?
Well, actually, I don't have to add anything. Because, you know, you said everything. You know, when I watched the film the first time, and the first time I saw the whole movie was in Venice, in the festival we were together like a few weeks ago, I think, and I didn't thought about actually. Who is he? Who is she? I just thought about this kid who became the superhero. Like that. And he learned it through the theater teacher, that you can be what Luc just said, whoever you want to be. And yeah, for me to choose the main character as the one we have in Dogman is kind of a very free choice, and it has to do with freedom. And but I don't have to break it down. What's his identity? what's his pronouns in this film. I'm talking about the film. So for me, it's a choice of freedom to make a superhero character like we have in Dogman.
And it's very strange in a way, like if someone tells you that what's make him or her happy to be this or this, or, and then I don't understand how you can fight that, because it's someone telling you, I feel better this way. I'm happy for the person. Like, if you feel better, yeah, of course. You know, I'm voting for it. If it makes you happier, yeah, sure. You know, so I don't understand so much the problem of the people who are reacting badly to all these kind of thing, because like, why? You don't want the people to feel better? Like, what's wrong with you? You know?
Sie sind wahnsinnig.
Dankeschön.